Have you ever wanted WordPress to be a lot simpler when it comes to building custom websites? Well, I think I have a solution for you, so stay tuned.
This is ticket talking margin for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a.
Hey guys, welcome to another video. If you are new to the channel, my name is Leopoldo Perella and I do videos about web design, UX design and the overall design process, as well as sharing with you some of the tools and different things that I am using to be able to build better websites and grow my design studio. So in today's video, I'm actually going to be talking about a tool that I have heard about it for a very long time but never used it, and I'm going to be talking about Elementor. And if you're not familiar with it, it's a plugin that runs on WordPress that allows you to actually build fully customized websites. And I know you might be like, oh well, why do you still do WordPress websites? Why don't you just only do like Webflow websites or any other type of websites? And the reality is that many clients are still coming to us for WordPress websites because WordPress is still powering most of the websites out there. And there are also so many different plugins, integrations, and tools that we can bring in together into one website so that we can have all the features and everything that we need. But as you know, sometimes doing this with WordPress alone is a bit difficult. And even though in the past I have talked a lot about Divi is a great tool when you are just creating like a marketing website. But when you are starting to create something a bit more advanced, something that requires you to have your own custom CMS items or collections built within your WordPress dashboard, then you're going to need something that is a bit more advanced and that allows you to actually bring it all together. And this is how I sort of learned about Elementor. So what Elementor is a plugin that you can just install onto your WordPress website and use it with almost any theme or template. So one of the great things about this is that you can have one of the WordPress templates that they have created that is free. Most of these templates can be very good performance and all that. So what you can do now is just take the Elementor plugin, install it on your website, and start to customize the entire experience of your website. Now it comes with two versions. The first version is a free version that allows you to sort of use it like a website builder, where you can go ahead and add like columns, rows, text, titles, paragraphs, photos, everything like that, just like how you would use another website builder. But then there's also a pro version, and the pro version is sort of what allows you to take full control of your website. And when I say full control of your website, I really mean it. I mean, you can design the header of your website, the navigation to suit the design you have created on Adobe XD or Figma, whatever you're designing. You're able to design the footer of your website. You're able to add your own CSS classes, just like if you were doing a website with Webflow. You have full control of the design elements of your website for desktop, mobile, and tablet. But you're also able to edit anything like your archives, any blog posts that you have created, your own layout. You can do pretty much. If you can design it with Elementor, you can create it. So if you are the person who doesn't design something on Adobe XD and then recreate everything from scratch, one of the things you can look for is Elementor Templates. And you can go to like ThemeForest or even in Elementor.com, I believe. You are going to be able to find templates that have already been built for you, so it's easy for you to customize. Now, one of the other great things with Elementor is that there are templates or themes, actually not templates, that have been created with Elementor in mind. So once you customize these templates to fit the designs you have created or to make them look the same way, you will see a great improvement in performance. And you have things like, I think it's Astra or Estra themes. You have Ocean themes, I believe, as well, that are all created for this and also for WooCommerce, which is a great thing with Elementor because now you can create your own WooCommerce pages and the entire process that you want your clients to go through. So the only thing I did find with Elementor, and this is because we were trying to create more advanced websites, is that we needed a few plugins to bring it all together. Not just for design wise, but also for functionality of the website. and to be able to create our own CMS items within the website. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another video maybe in the next few weeks where I'm going to point out at least 5 or 10 of the plugins, or actually I think it was like 3 plugins that we use to be able to create all these websites, and I'm going to show you how to use them, why you need them, and how you can actually use them to improve everything in Elementor and in the design you are creating. But I was really mind blown and to be able to see how we were able to create a design from scratch and build it into something that was already created before, and we were able to give this design the functionality that we wanted to without actually having to probably even write a line of code, because everything was already there in Elementor and in the plugins that we brought in together. And I know sometimes when it comes to WordPress, what we are sort of scared of is the amount of code that we might have to write, all the different PHP libraries or PHP functionalities that we have to write to be able to get something. But once you're using Elementor, you will be able to find like an endless library of tools that you can add to your WordPress website without it slowing down at all, and actually gives you all the tools that you need to make everything take place and function as you imagine. The next thing I really enjoy about Elementor was the fact that we were able to create these websites and never worry about even the speed of the website reducing. And actually, most of them load within a second, which is pretty great because it means that Elementor is quite light. And as I said before, because you can use this with different WordPress templates that have been created by WordPress to enhance the speed of their websites, now you're able to bring it all together and create something that's really easy for the user to use. Actually, our new website was created using Elementor and WordPress, and when we look at the source code, this is after minifying everything and whatnot. It only takes like 14 lines of code to be able to load the entire website, unlike some other platforms that we know will take you, even after you minified everything, a couple 100 lines of code or even 1,000 lines of code. So all these things are really great for not just performance for your users to experience your website, but also if you're worried about your SEO rankings and anything like that, you will be able to do everything with Elementor. Just always know like there are a couple things that you will need to bring in extra plugins that are for the back end, not for the front end, so your website will always remain with good speed. So I think overall the entire Elementor learning experience was quite easy to get around. I did think it really made, or it simplified WordPress development to me like nothing ever did before. So one thing I'll recommend for you if it is your first time checking out Elementor, just know like the free version is good, but if you really want to get the experience I'm talking about, you do need to sign up for the Elementor Pro account. I'll put a link below so you can just click it and check it out. They have different licenses that are paid on a year basis. So I think if you are creating websites on WordPress on a consistent basis, I do think this is something good they should be investing on, and try to use it, try to learn more about it. There are tons of videos on how to use it, how to create search experiences with Elementor, how to create your own CMS items with on WordPress, and then bring everything with Elementor. So you will have a lot of resources that are going to pretty much help you build anything you have in mind. So the question now is, are we going to continue using something like Divi or just use Elementor? So like I always say before, it all depends on what the client's needs are. I do think I'm seeing myself more into the Elementor road path because of how easy it is to build things, and how after it's also very easy for me to customize any content, or even for a client to just jump in the website and add new content. But I'm also learning now that I can actually develop even features for my clients, so that the drag and drop elements that they might see might be only customized for them in a way that the elements they are seeing whenever they have to drag and drop something, let's say they do want to create a new landing page or anything like that, can actually be customized with them. And if you go to Elementor's documentation for developers, you will be able to see how easy it is to create all these different tools that you may be using. So for that reason, I'm sort of getting more into the Elementor path, and I'm also finding more plugins or more resources and integrations that I can actually use with Elementor where with Divi some of them are limited or some of them are now getting started. So I do recommend it quite a lot if you're going to do WordPress. If WordPress is not something that your clients are concerned about, then I would recommend to go into Webflow, just because of how easy it would be for you to be able to do the same thing that you're doing with Elementor without worrying about plugins. So I hope you found this content helpful. I'm going to be creating some videos, tutorials on this, so make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell button, so whenever I post a video you get a notification, and I will see you again in the next video.